So I wrote that song because I thought after all the nastiness, I should write something that wouldn't offend anyone, you know. But there's always one, you know. I came out of my show a couple of months ago and first started performing that song, and there was a girl, a young woman, waiting to talk to me, 19 or 20, I reckon. And at some point I said, "So, did you enjoy the show?" And she said, "Yeah, it was really good, mostly." And I went, "Okay, what didn't you like?" And she said, I liked it all. It's just that If I Didn't Have You, the sexist one. You know, I just don't like that sort of sexist comedy. I just don't find it funny. I was just sitting there the whole time thinking, what it would be like, you know, being your wife, being the subject of such a sexist song. And I said, "Oh, you studying feminism at uni?" I didn't say that. I should have said that. But I realised immediately that she'd made a mistake, because she obviously thought that was a song about love or relationships or something. It's quite clearly a song about maths. And also, I thought, well, what a hypocrite, you know, because actually, if you think about it, she was being sexist in making the rather condescending assumption that my wife as a woman couldn't handle that, you know, sort of humour, that my wife is some kind of wilting flower of a woman who cowers in the corner of my kitchen as I periodically beat her with bags of comedy oranges. But that's not the case. I mean, it's just Sarah and I share a sense of humour. Obviously, we've been together almost half our lives. She made me like this. However, if anyone still thinks I'm sexist, I'll give you an example of Sarah's sense of humour, just to clear it up. A little bit of backstory for this one. A couple of years ago, Sarah and I went and did a baby, and it was good. You should definitely do one if you want, but I want to tell you something, because I didn't know this, right? When you first get your first baby, when they're little things, first couple of months, you spend your whole life scared shitless, because tiny babies, they sleep all the time, and when they sleep like this. They go... Baby! And that's how little babies are. So anyway, when my baby was about that age, sort of 2 months old, my wife and I, it was evening, it was, you know, nighttime, and we'd put her to bed in our little cot, in our little room, in our little house, in our little lives, and we were sitting there on our medium-sized sofa watching quite a big telly, and just trying to watch a movie, you know. It's evening, and just trying to relax and chill out together. And about a quarter of the way through the movie, I said to Sarah, "I'm just going to pop in and check on the baby." And Sarah said, "Tim, don't go and check on the baby. Just sit down and relax for once. I mean, if she's asleep, you'll just wake her up. And if she's dead, there's not much we can do about it. We might as well watch the end of the movie. Get an hour and a half more happiness before our life collapses. So don't worry about my sick fucking wife." Although, have you noticed, everyone has a line, don't they, with dark dark humour. Everyone has their line, you know. I've never met anyone who doesn't say, yeah, I've got a really black sense of humour, you know, I really like dark comedy, but everyone has a line, you know, that's very funny, that's very funny. Oh, I'm outraged, I'm going to write a shit letter to a bad newspaper, you know, like, I find that line difficult to navigate. You know, I always have, even in my private life, and still. Just a few months ago, I was in my kitchen, and my baby, who at that stage was not quite 2, was just wandering around the kitchen. I was making a sandwich. I noticed she'd found something and stuck it in her mouth. You know, they'd push in the mouth. And I said, darling, come here. What have you got in your mouth there? Spit it out. Good girl. Darling, you don't put coins in your mouth. Coins are dirty, aren't they? Coins are yucky. Yeah, you don't put coins in your mouth. Your mouth is for food. And a little later on, cock. See? Fucking knew that was funny, right? That's funny, isn't it? Exactly, but my wife was in the kitchen. And my wife was like, Tim, for Christ's sake, you can't say that. She might like pussy. And she might. This is a song entitled Confessions.